Good morning, everyone. It's time for Fab Friday. How are you doing today? It's been a good week, and I've got some fun, exciting things to share with you today. I appreciate everyone joining in live and those that watch the replay. And also, you can always check my videos on Facebook. Afterwards, they will be saved into an album full of Fab Friday videos. And in addition to that, I do save my Fab Friday videos to my YouTube channel. So if you don't get to catch me live, you can always catch them later on in any of those places. So it's good to have you all joining me this morning. We're going to be doing several new cosmetics, things that I have not shown before. Good morning, Sherri. It's good to have everyone joining in. I have several new things I've been seeing, as you all have, coming across my Instagram, lots of products. And I'm forever ordering things, and some things are really good and some things are not so good. So I have a couple things that came across, and I am going to show them. This is one of the items, and we'll get into this a little later. This is called the Vamp Stamp, and we're going to be trying that out. Then I have a nice palette here by It Cosmetics. It's pretty fun with contour, highlight, and blush. So we'll be using that. And I have this for the lip color. And this is from Tattoo Junkie. And I'm going to be doing this, which is a really cool lip kit at the very end. And speaking of the very end, we have a special prize to give away today. Annie Robinette, who is one of my favorite local singers, she has a new CD that just came out, and she brought by her new CD and her previous CD, so we have two Annie Robinette CDs to give away. Good morning, Amber. You're beautiful. So with that, everyone who likes the video, shares the video, or makes a comment on today's video will be entered into the Annie Robinette prize package giveaway. And there's Annie Robinette right there. So I can't wait to share those with you, and whoever is the lucky winner, you are gonna be so lucky. Let me go over, I'm gonna get the CDs, I'll show them to you. I moved my chair around today so that I have a little more natural light coming in, so I think that's good. And here are the Annie Robinette CDs. This is the first one that I bought, Unexpected Turns, and then the new one, Someone New. So this will be the prize package today, and they're hand-signed and everything, autographed. So wonderful. Everyone who likes, shares, or makes a comment on today's video will be entered into the prize drawing for that. So that's a wonderful gift. Next week, we have an exciting prize as well, and I can't wait to tell you all about that. It's on the way, and you guys are just gonna love that prize. So what I've been doing a little bit lately is featuring some of my favorite things as prize giveaways. Many times I do give away my magnetic palette, which is one of my favorite items. But I've been giving away some music, some books. Next week it's a really cool book. Today, Annie Robinette music. So let's go ahead and get going. I came here this morning. This is 2-day hair. This is leftover from yesterday. And thought I'd try a little bit of something new. You know, after you curl your hair one day and then you wake up the next day and you brush through it, it just kind of looks maybe, I don't know, a little frizzy and not so great. So it's that time usually I'll take my wand and put a few curls in the top. But I thought I would try something a little different today, and I have not practiced this, so we're gonna see how it goes. I already have a little bit of spray in here, but I'm going to lightly spray the top of my hair because I'm only going to curl the top section. And this is some of my designer shaping spray. This is super light, and I always like to spray a little bit onto my hair before I use any heat styling tool because it makes the results better. It just gives you a more firm curl and more long lasting and helps to prevent the frizz. Now this is a Sultra Beauty flat iron. It's a 1 inch and has nice curved edges. So I'm going to use this to get a little curler wave. I haven't practiced this, like I said, so I'm hoping I can remember how to do this. The good thing about this iron, it has fine, normal, and thick heat settings, and an on and an off, and it heats up in 60 seconds. When I plugged it in 60 seconds, it beeped to tell me it was hot already. I've got this on the fine section because my hair does have some color in it. All right, so I'm going to take these sections, and I wish me luck here. But you know what? Several years back, a lot of people used a flat iron to curl their hair. It was really popular. So we're gonna, and I've got some frizzies here, so I'm gonna use that to kind of smooth the frizzies out. Now I'm gonna turn it 360 degrees and then pull the hair as I go down, and there's my curl. So the slower you pull the iron, the curlier your hair will be. So that worked. So let's take another section. Always comb it out first. I think I'm going to spray just a little bit of spray here because that didn't get any spray on the underneath section. Take my iron and place that in, turn it 360 degrees, and then pull. There, oh gosh, love that. So, any of you guys don't have a wand or a curling iron, you may still have a flat iron. This is definitely a way that you can curl your hair. So we're going to slide that in, and I'm going to turn that 360 degrees, take that hair, and just slide that out. Very nice. Notice I'm kind of dragging it as I get down to the end because we do want the ends a little bit straighter. I don't want them to be super curly. So if we kind of drag it and pull it straight down, as we get, see, curl, curl, and then kind of pull it down, then that leaves the ends out just a little bit. So I think that's a very good result. So I'm just going to curl the top section. Sometimes if you're starting out from scratch, you'll want to take sections and start from the bottom and work your way up. But this is just like a refresh, a second-day-old refresh, and it doesn't have to be super, super perfect. The underneath already has some curl in it. I'm basically using this iron to smooth out the frizziness and revive the curls. And I had not demonstrated curling with a flat iron, so I thought that would be something fun to start our video off today. Now we're on the opposite side, so I'm going to go in, kind of smooth out that frizziness, turn the iron 360 degrees, and then pull down. And there's my little curl. This one right here got really curly. That's all right. And next section, so I'm just going to be curling this top section. Again, slide the iron in. You're going to turn it around 360 degrees and then pull the iron down slowly. And as I get to the very end, kind of just pull that out. So this is good because it's getting me curl up at the root, and I can get the ends a little straighter. So working with a working with a flat iron to curl your hair is definitely an option. Try it out. Let me know what you think. Anytime you guys, whoops, a little fail there. Anytime you guys try something that I show, and I would love for you to tag me in your results, whether you try a new product or you try a new technique. Definitely tag me in your pictures on Instagram and on Facebook. My hashtag on Instagram that I always use is Sherri Ready. One time, quite a few years back, I was doing a photo shoot, and at the end of getting the girl ready, I said, my personal mantra is that you always want to be camera ready. So at any time, you're always presenting your best self, being camera ready. And at the end of the photo shoot, I said, "You are camera ready." And the girl said, "You mean Sherri ready?" And that's where that hashtag came from, was from that photo shoot. And ever since then, I've been using that hashtag Sherri ready. So if you do something that I've suggested and you post it out, hashtag Sherri ready. I'm gonna go through and check it out. I would love to see that. Or tag my name, either one. Alrighty, I think I pretty much got that. There's always like a hole here in the back that I forget. Do you guys do that too? Probably best when you're doing your hair to take a mirror and check the back out, because it's kind of hard when you split the hair from this to this one side and then this to the other side, and then you always leave out a section there in the back that just looks bad. How about that? Is that okay? I'm going to go ahead and turn this iron off. Remember, I use this on the fine section, and especially since I'm not that good at curling with a flat iron, using it on the fine section, I can pull a little slower and not worry about burning my hair. Because trust me, burning your hair is an option. Burning your body is an option. So be careful with your heat styling tools. They can be dangerous. So I'm just gonna go through with my hands and lightly pull that out and give another mist of spray. This spray is super, super light, very touchable, has a great fragrance, but super, super light. It doesn't build up on your hair. Alrighty. I am a product of the 80s. I love hairspray. All right, so there we go. That is a little hair tutorial. Started off with the morning bed head, and I went through with my Sultra Beauty 1-inch flat iron and amped up my hair, putting some waves in there. Now let's get going with the makeup. I already did put just a little bit of stuff on my face to get us a head start. I use this Bye Bye Under Eye, and I just dabbed my finger and did just a little bit under the eyes, just to help, and a little bit around through here where I normally have redness. So I already got a step ahead and applied this just very lightly, and then dabbed some of my KKW translucent powder underneath the eye just to set that. Good morning, Leslie. So good morning to everyone that's joining in. Always remember, everyone who makes a comment on a video, who likes a video or shares a video with your friends will be entered into a prize drawing. And today's prize drawing is 2 Annie Robinette CDs, and they are awesome. Love her songwriting, love her singing. It's just super fun. You're going to love it. So whoever wins today is definitely a lucky winner. Now let's see what we're doing next to get us going. I'm gonna say I already practiced out the vamp stamp. Let's hope that I do better than I did with my practice. But anyway, I don't want to get ahead of myself. I did order some of this. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow pomade. They call it dip brow, the dip brow. Super, super popular product. I have a brow product in my own private label line that's very similar, so I have never ordered it. But I thought, you know what? I'm going to order it, and I want to see for myself what it feels like. And this is medium brown. It may be a little dark for me, but it looked like the best color. Now remember, I did a little microblading, which helped to correct my brows, so they look so much better, even without doing anything. But I am going to get a little sharper line. This is an angled brush. It's very, very fine. You can see here, very flat, and you have a spoolie on the end. This is from Morphe, and I actually do sell these brushes on my website, sherrijessee.com. And whenever you're done with your brushes, you always want to flatten them out so that they stay flat. And keep them, if you have an organizing brush bag like I sell, you can keep your brushes nice and clean. Now what I've been seeing people do is they just dip into this, the dip brow, and then you'll go and work almost like hair strokes. I've been seeing people do that a little bit. So I'm going to use my little brush, and that looks good, right? So just barely slightly dipping in, and then do like little hair strokes. So rather than just like coloring the whole thing, doing a little more like little hair strokes. I've seen some people do this online. It's absolutely mesmerizing. I can watch them do that all day long. Yeah, I like that. So I'm not doing a lot, and I'm not filling the whole brow in. You guys know what I think. I don't like a whole lot of makeup. I just want to correct what needs to be correct and kind of emphasize what I want to emphasize. So I'm just slightly dab, dab, dab. Like, right? Like I always say, dab, dab, dab. And then we're dab, dab, dab. Right here. Kind of emphasizing the tail of the brow. All right? So I'm not doing a heavy brow, just simply correcting and refining the shape that I have, which is part of the philosophy of the makeup that I like to do, and especially for myself, is that I don't want to cover everything up. I just want to refine and kind of correct. So using makeup more as an assist than a complete cover. How you guys like that? You think that's good? Did we do good? So barely, just little strokes. Now you got a little spoolie on the end here, and you can always kind of rub that a little bit, and that helps to kind of soften that edge, because I don't want it to look like hard lines, and I don't really want it to look like I painted my brows on, right? I just want it to look like I have good brows. So, good trial for the Anastasia dip brow. I think it worked very, very well. And you can get that, I think it's anastasia.com. This particular brush I have for sale on my website. It's excellent for brows. Now, putting that aside, here at work we got new chairs last week. I'll show you around here. Here's our new chairs. They are very good looking. Love the new chairs. And that means that the old chairs that we have need a good home. So I will say, anyone interested in 2 slightly used styling chairs, direct message me and let me know, and we'll see if we can find a good home to those. All right, now let's move on with some shadow. I pulled this one out. This is from one of the Pat McGrath kits that I got a little while back, and it's the most beautiful metallic gold. And I'm going to use this, you see there? Look at that metallic gold. So I'm not going to do a lot of shadow, but I'm going to use just a little bit of this, and I'm going to use my fingertip. Your fingertip is so good for applying metallics. And I'm going to just put this right here on my eyelid. Pretty. For some reason, anytime you're using a metallic, if you just use your fingertip and can just smooth that on, it will go on with such good pigment. If you use a brush, when you're applying metallics, it goes on more sheer. So whenever you're applying, you want that little bit of shininess from your metallic, use your fingertip. And I always use my ring finger because your ring finger has the lightest touch. So if you're ever applying maybe eye cream or something on your eye, just use that little ring finger. Let's go through, let's do a little dot right here on the inner tear duct. And then all the way out. Okay, what do we think of that? Because I'm not doing a super lot of makeup. It's summertime, we don't need a lot. Using a finger brush to separate the curls will help keep the curls from frizzing. your body heat along with the spray will make them fall. Okay, I do, a lot of times when I'm doing my clients, I do use a large wide tooth comb and comb through that. I just didn't have it with me, but that's a good tip. And I even had a client yesterday, she said, where do you get that? We're gonna have to look into where we can get one of those large finger brushes to separate the curls. So Michelle, if you have a contact for that, send the direct message the info and we'll share that out next week. Or you can put it right here in the comments. All right, so we always like comments from our friends and learning, and we're always learning more ourselves. So I'm going to peek in here to my magnetic palette, and I've got some of my favorite shades here. And I'm going to work with this one right here, which is kind of a warm shade. And this actually is a Mary Kay color. Oh, but the name is off. I'm not sure what it is. But it's a nice warm brown. I know this one I think is hazelnut, but I'm not sure about this one. But just dab, dab, light. Olivia Garden. Okay, very good. Thank you for that. So we're going to just lightly touch and go just above the curve of our eye, just right in there where the area recesses normally, right into the eye socket. We'll go back and forth in windshield wiper motions. Michelle, thank you so much for sharing that information with our Fab Friday friends. I appreciate that. So just going back and forth, and that shows a little bit, the darker color gives a little bit of depth and dimension. You know, I like to go back with just a tiny bit of the blush and then sweep that up on the top, just ever so slightly, that shy blush to blend that out, okay? Very nice. Now, the next step, let's apply, let's practice with this. Let's put the lips on. Then we're gonna come back to the eyes. This is lip paint. This is from Tattoo Junkie, and it's super cool because it's a two-step process. It's going to have, and when you order a kit, and I think they're around $10, they're not that much. And I will put the link to this. I'll try to link all the products. You start off with a liquid lip. Good morning to you, Miss Chandra. I hope you're doing well. It has a liquid lip, and then it comes with a powder, like a metallic powder. So this is going to give us a really pretty lip effect. And I think I'll use, sometimes I'll use my fingers for that. We'll try it out. We'll see if try a brush or we'll try a finger. Let's see. Or maybe, when I bring my stuff over here, it's like I only have certain things. I don't have all of my tools because they're just very, very portable. All right, good morning to Maggie. Now this is a liquid lip, and going to begin at my Cupid's bow. I go just ever so slightly outside of my natural lip line. Not a lot. Just a little. Okay? Look at that. It goes on really good coverage. Good morning to you, Miss Kelly. You received your goodies. Awesome. I hope you love them. I shipped out a lot of orders last week. Thank you for the good response. I hope everyone's loving their things. All right. This is always the most quiet part of the video because I have to be careful in getting this on right. Now, this liquid part goes on liquid. Then and this color is actually very nice. So we got the liquid part. Then you have the, good, I'm glad you laughed. Then we have this powder, and it's like a lip effect powder. Let's see if I can get this open. You know, nothing like live live video. Okay, so this is gonna have quite a bit of color. They have all different colors of this. This one was in the top drawer, so I just picked it. So I'm going to use my fingertip again and dab this on where the lip color is wet. You can go when it's wet or actually rub this on after it dries a little bit. I'm not sure if I have shown the Tattoo Junkie before. Let's dip into this little pot right here. I don't like to wear this on an everyday basis, but for occasion, if you want something fun, I like that, and they're super cheap. So you don't have to break the bank to try them. But what that's doing is the metallic powder will set the liquid lip, and it gives us a nice bold lip. What do you guys think? Pretty cool, huh? So that is from Tattoo Junkie. To be honest with you, I'm not sure what color this is. Fun, huh? I did get some reading glasses, but they're in my purse, and I'm not really good at it yet. I can't read the name on that. Everything is way too small for me. But here you can see these two guys, and we come out with this nice kind of bold lip. I like it. Alrighty, now of course, a little bit dry because we have a powder over top of the liquid lip. But for something on occasion, I think it's fun. And I wanted to share new things with you today. Thumbs up, thank you, Angela, appreciate that. Now let's see, I'm gonna get some wipes because I got that on my finger. Hang on just a second. Sorry, I try to come prepared with everything I need, and then sure enough, I have to go over and get things, but be right back. All right, got some wipes, right? Love that, Chandra says. It's super fun, and they have a lot of different colors. This one's pretty dark, but they have some light ones, gold, more taupey colors, tons and tons of colors. And the lip kits, they're not $20 or $40. They're only like, I think they're like $8.99, something like that. They're not expensive at all. Alrighty, so we got our Anastasia brows. We've got our lips going. We did our Pat McGrath gold there on the eyes. A little bit of the soft shadow above that. Now, you know my favorite mascara of the summertime has been the Macy and Mia. And this is the waterproof one, and it goes on so wonderfully. But I'm wondering if we'll do the eyeliner first. And that is when we're going to do our vamp stamp. Now, I ordered this, and this was a kit. And I saw one of my friends who is a very famous photographer. She had done a beauty campaign with them, and I thought, well, if she's working with them, this must be a good company. And then I looked a little more into it, and the owner, the originator of this company, she had a health problem that made her hand shake. And so she created this to make a winged eyeliner easier to do. So I thought, well, that's a wonderful idea, and I'll support her company, and I'm forever wanting to try new things. So in this box, we have the Vortex Black, the Vink, which is the V ink, and this little tiny brush, which, you know, if you're doing a small thing, it's teeny. So this would even be good for the brows. Then it came with the vamp stamp, which looks like, how many of you guys have seen this? Maybe come through your Instagram or something, and you're like, I don't know about that. Well, as you know, I'm forever trying things out. And so I got this. Here is the stamp. And it is like a rubber stamp, and it goes from a little bigger to smaller on one end, a little bigger to smaller on the other end. Now I have to say, I practiced with this a bunch the other day, and you have to hook it up to the right part. So here the eye curves, and I'm pretty sure that that's the way that it worked. Went right to right here, and we're gonna dip it into the ink and stamp it on. Okay, whoops. And we'll wanna just put that right, let's see here. Yeah, so it has a little curve. I'm pretty sure that that's the way the curve goes, right at the edge of your eye. So let's get the ink out. Whoops. And we'll get going. I think it did, okay, so step one, dip into your cushion, your liquid liner. Make sure the stamp is fully covered with ink. Step two, align the edge with your eye and press in a quick stamping motion to avoid smears. Okay, y'all ready for this? Alrighty, so this is for this eye, this side. It's not really labeled right or left, but I believe from the curve of that, it's gonna go to this eye. Yes, see you soon, Linda. Now I'm going to dip this in. You can see it's like a little, it's like a stamp, literally like a stamp pad. So I'm going to dip that in. Now I'm going to take this, put it right to the curve of my eye. Okay, it's okay. What do you think? So then from there, I'm going to need to fill in, let's do the other side. Lightly dip, and then line this up right to the edge of my eye and stamp. Okay, well there we go. So we got our stamp a little bit crookedy. I guess that gives us a start. Then from there, you're going to continue the line to complete the look and repeat. And that's where this little brush comes in. So we're going to dip the brush in and continue the line to the eye. I don't know, what do you guys think? Because you still have to use your hand to do all this. And I think the end, well, I just don't know. Because see, I still have to use my hand to finish that. Just by itself, it wasn't good. But then if you go back and color in, it's okay. But I will say that this kind of ink, good morning, Miss D. This kind of ink is kind of wet, and when it dries, I can feel it kind of pulling on my skin and kind of making me feel wrinkly. So, it's looking good, but I think I could have gotten this look without the stamp, but I think it did okay. Now I practiced. I will say I practiced the other day and I had to wipe off and start over about 4 times because I did the stamp in the wrong direction. But I did better today in putting the stamp in the right direction. So that did better, and I do like this tiny, tiny little baby angled brush because that enables me to really get a fine point on my wing that I just messed up. Oh gosh. This is the problem with doing winged eyeliner. You go back and forth. You think just when you got it, then you mess it up. Okay. You guys do that? All right. You know? Then you have to be careful. At least I have to be careful. I got this one going up just a little higher, and it's going into where I have a hooded eye. So when you get a little age on you, well, Maggie says, do you have any tips on how far your wing should go? I guess it will go until you get it right, so it very well could go all the way to your hairline by the time I'm done with getting today's tip right. Oh, goodness. If you go up too high and you have a little hooding right there, it kind of makes your wing crinkly. So I think I went up just a tiny bit too high on this side, and this side is a little better. Should we wipe it off and start over? Or should we say everything doesn't have to be perfect and leave it be? Let's wipe it off. I do have these wipes, and this comes off super easy with a wipe, which makes me think that it may not last well, but we'll give it a test, right? I hate when we do things and we have to start it over, but let's try it again. All right, we'll let that dry. Got my wing going up just a little too high. So I can see that this little wing right here will go that direction. Dab, dab, dab. Now let's see if we can line it up right to the edge of the eye. Lightly stamp. Okay, I mean, honestly, if you have to do all of that, you might as well just use the brush and the color. That's just my personal opinion. But it did okay. And more power to her for trying to create something new to make our lives easier. So if you guys want to order the Vamp stamp, I say go for it. I will say it's probably not one of my personal beauty hack favorites, but it's a heck of a lot better than magnetic lashes because this looks okay. And I do like this little brush. All right, what do you think? Does that look a little better? I don't know. I might have just did the very same thing. And I just have these hooded eyelids. And maybe some days they're worse than others. Maybe I need to drink some water and fluff up the skin. But anyway, there is the liquid eyeliner from the Vamp stamp. We got that in, so what do you guys think? A yay or a nay? If you do it, if you use the Vamp stamp and you have good luck with it, you'll have to let me know what you think. Now let's go into the Macy and Mia. Playtime is over. Perfect mascara for summertime because it is waterproof. You're going to start right at the base of the lashes and zigzag up. This baby is built for speed. We are locked and loaded. Look at that mascara. You just have to use a little bit of this stuff. Go start right at the base of your lashes. I like to kind of close my eye and push down, and that gets the mascara on there. Thank you, Sabrina. I appreciate that. And congratulations to you and your daughter, Destiny, for winning her pageant this week, a new national title holder. Really proud of your beauty, all the things that she does. Gonna have to get her down here and do a photo shoot with that gorgeous girl. Alrighty, so here is our mascara. Love that mascara, right? You can get this mascara at macyandmia.com. My friend DJ Victory, this is her cosmetic line. And you all know it's very important to me to support my friends and to support small business, to try new things. Okay, this is very, very lot. Like I said, this mascara is built for speed. It is going on there. I'm going to take my little, let's see, what happened to my little spoolie? I feel like I need to, where could it have gone? Here it is. Oh goodness. These spoolies collect everything. I think that looks like about half of a cat fur there. I don't know if this is gonna do me right or not. A clean spoolie would be better than a spoolie that has cat fur in it. I tell you, when you're a cat owner, cat hair goes everywhere. Alrighty, so there is the cat eye, and we used our Vamp stamp, and we used our Macy and Mia mascara, the Pat McGrath eyeshadow, and let's go into our IT Cosmetics for our cheeks. Now let's see here. I'm going to use here, we've got a lot of bronzer, a lot of bronzer here. I think I'm going to use actually a blush brush. I'm going to break all the rules. I'm going to lightly dab in. Now this is one thing that I've been studying lately. If you put your contour, if you do like this, and put your contour down low, it actually makes your cheeks look more saggy. So you need to start up a little higher, more like where your hairline is. Okay? So when you're doing your kind of contouring, you want to do that up a little higher. And that actually brings the cheekbones. Can you see that? It's interesting. If you do it up just a little higher, that actually brings the cheekbones up a little bit and doesn't make it look too saggy. Now you can barely see a little bit of pigment here because again, we are using makeup to accentuate our features, not cover them up. And I don't want somebody to look at me and say, wow, great makeup. I just want them to look at me and say, wow, you look good. So I'm just tiny tapping into this and going right, more not in the hollow of my cheek, but kind of slightly up above it. What do you guys think about that? How's that doing? Are you liking the way that looks? Kind of, it definitely gives a little contour to the cheek, right? And I'll come slightly down right here. I'm going to tap, tap, tap. I like to go just a little bit under my chin. Darker colors help to give the illusion of recession and make something go in. So hopefully my double chin is gone. So that helps, but I'm not putting a lot of color. You don't want to look at me and say, oh goodness, she really piled on that makeup. You just want to say, good looking skin. Now, I'm going to just slightly dust this brush off. And I'm going to go in with the blush. I do like this blush. Now this is Live, Love, Laugh Vitality Face Disc from IT Cosmetics. I've had it for a while. I'm not sure if they still sell it or not, but it's cool. Now this is the blush. Now what we're doing with blush lately, these days, and remember, tap, 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 just ever so lightly pick up your pigment. You don't have to dig into that hard. And then right here at the apples of my cheeks, or even a little slightly higher. Again, if we get it down low, it's gonna make our cheek drop. So we're gonna work up maybe just a little bit higher, okay? Are we liking that? Just gives just a little bit of glow. Now you don't wanna somebody look at you and say, gosh, she's got a lot of blush on. Just, she has good glow to her skin. So this color, it does have a little bit of a gold shimmer too, which I love. Now we also have a highlighter color here, and I think what I'm going to do, good morning, Sarah. Thank you, Linda. Good smiley face from my sweet daughter, Amy Lauren. So I'm going to go in with my finger, and here I have the color there. And right here, on that, right there, I can feel where my cheekbone is. I'm just going to kind of dab that highlighter, okay? So we're going to have a little bit of glow. I don't want to go way down to this part of my cheek, more right here on the high part of my cheekbone. So your own face will determine, and you can feel, by where the bone is, and I'm just going to dab that on. I have a little leftover color, so I'll just put that down my nose, which gives just a little bit of glow. Now, whenever you have something lighter down the nose, that automatically is going to make my nose look a little longer and slimmer, even without doing any contouring at all. Just a little bit of highlight down the center. Thank you, Carla. I appreciate that. I hope that you guys are enjoying Fab Fridays. Like I said, we've been getting a very good response, and I always try to find some kind of a tip to share with you. I love trying out new products and seeing, what I think about them, and then letting you all make up your mind whether or not it be something that you want to spend your money on, because makeup can be very expensive. Okay, so there was our IT Cosmetics on the highlight. I think what I'm going to do, just because I love it, is, and to kind of tie the colors in, go back with this and put a little bit more of this over my eye. This side I kind of washed it off a little bit anyway when I redid my eyeliner. So let's just go back and add just a little bit more pink. I have this pink top on, and I love that peachy pink. And you can use your eyeshadow, You can use your blush for eyeshadow. I like that. You guys like that? Very nice. Okay, let's see. What do we think of our look? We started off doing just a little bit of curl with the Sultra Beauty 1-inch wand, and you can get this sultrabeauty.com. Then from there, and I actually, a little bit of trivia, I did an ad campaign for Sultra Beauty, and you can find the wands and irons at Ulta, and you can see beautiful Sydney Durham on the boxes, and it was from an advertising campaign that Nathan Mays and I did, and they are sold in stores everywhere, so that's pretty cool. But we used my 1-inch Sultra iron, and then I went back, just a little bit of designer shaping spray, which is nice and light and smells good, and hopefully that will hold in. Now the important thing is, once you get your style done, and Michelle made that point, you don't want to rake your fingers through it a lot, because the more you pull your hands through your hair and touch and pull, the heat of your hands, the oil in your hands is going to mess things up. So once you get your hair set, just leave it alone, okay? Don't be messing with it a lot. The same thing with your makeup. Don't be touching your face a lot, because that rubs things off, the oil in your hands, things on your hands. You don't even want to go there. So just leave it be once you get it on there, okay? Set it and forget it. All right, so we did the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow with the Morphe brush for the brows, just to kind of correct the shape. Then we went in for the eyeshadow, this gorgeous Pat McGrath Gold. Love that. A little bit of the blush up top, which came from the It Cosmetics palette. Our favorite summertime mascara, or maybe anytime mascara from Macy and Mia. You can get that from her. Then Tattoo Junkie. We did the lip kit to get that nice metallic lip. And I guess that's pretty much it. Did you guys enjoy today's demo? I hope you did. Oh, we can't forget a vamp stamp for the eyeliner. We had a pretty good result. So I think I would give it maybe 1 thumb up. It's a little tricky to use, so I'm not gonna give it 2 thumbs up, but definitely 1 thumb up, because we did end up having, with a little bit of practice, a good result. And we'll see how it wears, because a little later on this afternoon, a little closer to this evening, I'll be doing the drawing, the prize drawing. Everyone who shares the video, it's important if you share, because we get more of our Fab Friday friends to be able to watch the video. Everyone who shares the video, all of you that have made beautiful comments, and everyone who has liked the video will be entered into the contest for these 2 Annie Robinette CDs. So support local music, have a good day, and I will see you at the prize drawing a little later this afternoon. Thank you for being part of my Friday.